Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Summit 5 American Qualifiers. We're here in game number 2 of InFamous facing off against Veggie Esports Club. I'm Lyrical, joined today by MotPax. Sir, we saw a little bit of a stomp in the previous one. It didn't go too well for Veggies, and InFamous just looked incredibly powerful. What are you hoping to see going into game number 2?
I don't really know. Maybe a little bit of active around the map stuff, like some hardcore aggression. Is that the way to do it? That seems to be one of those things that people start to bring up, where it's like, well, if you can just get a style and try and play that style where you can't be outskilled, you do that, like some sort of a crazy push strategy, something along those lines. It's time to dig deep, boys. You know, get your strats out.
Yeah, I think that's... And when I remember watching this team in the qualifiers, too, some of the times that they looked strongest was when they were going for, like, those early push Chen strats, just because it's something that... It's repeatable. It's something that you know where you need to go at each and every time, and as the game goes later and later, it's more and more difficult to have that awareness and team congruency, teams being able to... have really good communication and know where they're going to be at each time is all the more important. And as we said, this is a squad InFamous that's been together, 3 of the players for almost 9 months now, if not but longer than that. And then the other 2 have been together for significantly longer as well. They just look incredibly strong. So I would kind of agree with you that I'd like to see possibly them go for a little bit of an early push strat. But for now, at least Lone Druid and Doom going to be banned out. It's heroes, I mean, Doom, I feel like, has just been everywhere. He's all over the place.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, this is interesting. So you're looking at 2 heroes that are like, who did we have last time? The Bounty Hunter and the Doom were removed from Veggies. So, and then we also lost the Slardar and what was our last hero? Bounty, Doom, Slardar. I don't quite remember. But either way, all that really matters is that you're seeing them ban out 2 heroes that are really tanky and hard to bring down, and both try and farm into this Radiance. So to me, that kind of seems like those are both heroes that try and avoid the early game, but get that Radiance, and then suddenly they hit like a power spike and they come roaring back at you, which makes me kind of think they might be going towards some sort of like an earlier strategy. It's a very interesting 2 opener for bans.
Yeah, I would agree. I kind of like the idea of it. I mean, and it makes sense. Again, if we're talking about the idea of going for a strat that's trying to be aggressive early. Again, the other problem with that, though, is that if you do try and run something like that and it falls behind, it rapidly becomes just disastrous and terrible to play against.
Oh, yeah, like, for sure. But I imagine that they're looking to get aggressive and they just don't want Lone Druid, who's impossible to gank unless you have a Chen, who no one really wants to pick anymore, because he's just going to Savage Roar you, and you need all those multiple units to try and get the lockdown, and then you got that crazy regenning Alchemist in the mid lane, of course, just like the Death Prophet last game. And this time, we'll get the Capitalist Tusk. I was expecting this. I told him I was going to flame him. I told him he was streaming, and I was like, I'm going to flame your Tusk, because I know you guys are going to pick it. So here we are.
I think it's worth it. I mean, you've got this hero who's just able to roam early. We saw last time what it was capable of doing with the Orb of Venom, and up in there in that top lane, dual aggressive off lane with the Night Stalker. And this was the hero that they let through last time, rather banned out last time from InFamous. The Beastmaster, and we've seen how quickly this guy can jungle. You get level 6 in 6 minutes and you roam into a lane and find a kill. It's just disgusting to play against. And I honestly, what I'd kind of like to see is maybe they try and run an aggressive lane with the Tusk like InFamous did last time and shut down this Beastmaster in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's hard to judge being on the Radiant side for InFamous if they want to go like just offlane Beastmaster.
Oh,
Not
true,
quite
yeah,
as common, but no, I think you're right, because I really like the Beastmaster opener because it still leaves that possibility open later on in the draft where you have to think like, all right, they're just going to like 4-roll this. Like, it's not quite as likely on the Radiant side. It definitely happens way more on Dire, but it's certainly still a possibility.
I got into the mode of just seeing this game after game after game, and that's where I expect it now, regardless of whatever else is going on. But yeah, Beastmaster in the 3 role is probably the more likely one. The one change that we did end up having with him was that it no longer pierces spell immunity, the poison from that boar. So it does sort of take a couple of the other heroes. They're literally just going to do what they did last time. Okay.
I like this. The mind games, they're coming out here. So a little bit of early aggression. And the big thing about the Night Stalker is it probably would have got banned out if they hadn't picked it here because of that counter vision to the Beastmaster. Like, you really want it to shut down that Hawk vision, try and limit I would say, the biggest advantage from having the Beastmaster. And so I think they just felt forced to pick it up early on now. And you're right. More than likely, they'll be running this definitely in the off lane, probably for Bambo. And I'm not sure if it'll be. It depends on what core they pick, of course.
Right.
Like how much aggression you'll actually see in that bottom lane. But it's funny that now they have the Disruptor 2 for InFamous, who's really come up as probably the big position 5 support lately.
It's so good. I mean, particularly if you're able to combo it with somebody who gives good vision, like a Beastmaster, or last game, I guess that it was Veggies that were running it last game, so they didn't really have somebody to put it together with the vision. Sometimes you see it with a Bounty Hunter being played, and that is a hero that's still available, but I don't think that you can afford to go... I don't know, you think you can go Bounty with the Disruptor? Like, that feels like it leaves your safe lane a little bit vulnerable.
It depends on what kind of a core you pick. Like, if you have someone like maybe a Gyrocopter who can hold their own in a lot of ways, it can still go okay. But against a Tusk Night Stalker, that's very scary. That is a lot of aggression. Wouldn't mind seeing something like even a Witch Doctor just to really shore up their safe lane down the bottom.
Yeah, that could be pretty strong. And
I Phoenix though.
Yeah. You know, the other thing that InFamous could do, and I feel like this is always a great answer to a Night Stalker, is just try and go on the aggressive. They've already got a Beastmaster and Disruptor. If they wanted to, like, roll out maybe a Juggernaut or a Sven at this point, and possibly try and go into somebody to...
The old Viper mid.
Yeah, like something along... Or DK, honestly. They could run the DK themselves. This is always the thing that I feel with Night Stalkers, that if you get that Ags up, you're going to be able to take the team fight that you want, but you still need to be able to win that team fight. Night Stalker doesn't offer as much to a team fight as something like a Beastmaster with that roar. It's just being able to take the fight that you want, but maybe if they double down on their team fight spells, then you're not really going to be able to win in them anyways.
Yeah, well, they're thinking about that push as well, that old group up strategy, so they're going to ban out that Lycan. Would have been pretty difficult for them to deal with that too. A little bit more vision as well from the Wolves.
Kind of like Venge here, maybe.
Yeah, if you're really looking to, like, Kataro, pretty well known for, like, his Slarks as the anti-mage. Actually, Slarks on the pool, that could be pretty decent against all this aggression, but early on, like, before level 6, he can kind of struggle, so we'll see if they want to go for that or something a little bit more fight-worthy here.
They also ban out that Winter Wyvern, the classic hero that's great at being able to deal with D-push. So they're going to need to figure out something to deal with this now. There's a lot of different options in the pool for InFamous to get aggressive. I like the Lycan ban also, with the Necro books capable of coming up, that just, it can destroy with the Howl synergy. An interesting hero, yeah, they're going to go for the DK. That seems strong.
Yeah, so now their strategy is just like... We're going to group up early, we're going to push into you, and we're going to really lower the value of someone like a Tusk and a Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Just once DK hits 6, probably take tower, rinse and repeat.
I'm kind of wondering if now you want to try and hit a timing that hits before InFamous does with Veggies. If you try and go like super ultra aggressive, like if you think about the heroes that they've got, Night Stalker, if he's played in that off lane and has a decent time, will get 4 by the time the 4-minute mark comes, and you can try and roam and find kills. So maybe even think about going like with an aggressive tri-lane here. I don't know if that even would work though. They're gonna go for the Viper. Yeah, they're challenging InFamous. Let's party.
So InFamous have done this Beastmaster Dragonite recently, where they did do it off lane with the DK in the mid, and they actually went into a Storm Spirit, and then the other time they did the Huskar. So definitely a duo they're very comfortable with when it comes to the DK and the Beastmaster. But I really wonder what Kataro's hero will be. Like, you think about something like if they wanted to go for that Storm Spirit, just like they did in the previous game. You're looking at the silence from the Night Stalker, you're looking at a lot of early aggression before level 6, and that kind of rules out someone like the Slark or the Storm Spirit. My god, the push doesn't stop. Wow,
Yeah.
what's left here for, like, the mega push, then? Lycan would have been so good. Like, Chaos Knight they've run before, but he doesn't really kick until a bit later.
I mean, if they wanted to, they could always like switch it up, and I was gonna say like no, that's not a good option. I was gonna say something like Pugna or something that's a little bit off kilter, but I don't think that would work. I don't know. This is always the hardest part also about doing the cast, is I don't have the heroes right up next to me. But I think a safe lane hero that can also force a fight. Honestly, yeah.
Gyro's not bad in terms of, like, he would be my, like, average kind of go-to in this case. I feel like he's just solid in a tri-lane scenario, good early magic damage. Ooh, now you're looking at the Phoenix, so now I really like Juggernaut. I'm sure they're going to ban that out, though.
Oh god, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll get banned by Veggies. Not that I really see Katara play that much Jug, but I'm sure in this case it's just too
They
good.
could go Lifestealer. Lifestealer wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that did get banned out last time too.
Remaining.
And the other thing is that could veggies take that jug themselves first? Because they are going to have the first
That's
round
true.
of picks, which is something to consider as well.
Reserve time.
Yeah, so they're going to have the Mech Viper, they're going to have the Night Stalker going in probably Midas eggs, or just eggs, knowing Bambo probably Midas. So they're banning the Spectre. They're kind of expecting that 4 core that they ran last time coming out from Veggies, like some sort of a core that wants to farm up a little bit from all this space provided by the Viper and the Phoenix, it looks like, in the Night Stalker.
God, you know what would maybe be good also for InFamous would be something like a PL. They've got nothing to deal with that right now. They could run that in the safe lane if they wanted to, and I don't really know if there's a great answer. Other heroes, what else is there? Ember potentially, but for for Veggies, wow.
The anti-push hero. Okay, that'll be a safe lane Legion commander. I like it. Trying to deal with all the... it's good for the boars. It's good just because in general they're going to be walking right up to the towers of the DK and everything, so the overwhelming odds. And this also does limit what sort of a hero they can grab, like that Ember. I mean, that's a go-to hero for Kataro, just like the Storm Spirit is, and this kind of makes you hesitate for a second, just like, well, like, am I going to get blink dueled and they're just going to do all their other stuff to me? Like, is that something I need to be concerned about? Do I want to be someone who maybe has a Lincoln Sphere like the Slark? Or like sorry, not the Lincoln Sphere for the Slark, but someone who can just like immediately vanish, right? Like Slark's kind of one of those heroes.
I mean, if they wanted to, they could just go like ultra tanky strength hero and go like an Axe or a Bristleback or something. Or again, Lifestealer is an option. They just can kind of run whatever they want at this stage. What do they need though? They need, I guess, just damage. I really like Lifestealer. I think it's good against Legion too.
Yeah, it does well in a lot of ways here. The only problem might be the Viper, like picking Lifestealer into Viper,
Right.
picking Ursa into Viper. Those are kind of those scarier melee cores that we've been looking at lately, but
10 seconds.
Gyro's just so kind of like, meh. I don't really know if you'd want to pick him here.
Yeah, Gyro I always feel like is a little bit sketch, and against the Viper he's got a great way to deal with them. They're just going to go back to the
Alright.
Anti-Mage. Why not?
Fair enough. Not gonna be too worried about that blink duel then. Taro just wants to do his thing. Had a good time last time.
Well, I actually like Veggie's draft more. I don't really love the last pick Anti-Mage. You don't have somebody that you can just blow up. It's against 4 strength heroes on Veggie's. Like, I think that they're going to do okay. What do you think about Legion going like Armlet in this game? Do you think that that's worth it? I've seen it a couple of times. Or do you just go straight for Blade Mail? Or Blink Blade Mail, I mean.
I kind of like Armlet in the safe lane scenario. Seems like a good way to get some damage going early on. The Blade Mail is not going to be like that good this game. I guess it's kind of good just versus the AM, but I'm not seeing that like scary burst, you know, or anything along those lines.
I mean, it's not the best against Dragon Knight either because you're doing physical damage back towards yourself and he has such high armor. So that causes some issues. But we're going to be moving into this one now. Game number 2, InFamous facing off against Veggie Esports Club. Do they have what it takes to be able to make this move on to game number 3? Or are we going to be seeing InFamous run away with this one? The boys from SA, they're pretty tough to deal with. I got to say, I love the taunts that they do throughout the whole course of the game too. And I'm excited to see Katarahama do a little bit more. Oh, look at this. There's some love being spread.
No love from this smoke, though. Time to get aggressive.
I want to fight. I want to party. Let's do it, guys. Tusk is up front and center. He's going to have a snowball available. Are they going to break the smoke, though? Beastmaster's going to be there. Oh, they're going to wrap around the whole way. This is pretty good. I like this. They know what they want to do. Although it looks like Bang is going to end up being in position. They're able to find him and snowball forward. They find it. Shards might have been a little bit of a better opportunity, but it looks like they're going to be able to find the kill as the techies expression comes out from Katarahama, and they find first blood onto Mr. Sexy Bambo.
Nice. Secured. Easy game. And Purge will drop the ward down. Unfortunately, they do have vision, so they'll know that's up there.
A quick little spot from that one means that they're going to be able to see that that's coming. They're also able to place this ward rather deep in the dire off lane, so Bambo might have a little bit of a time struggling against this in the early stages. Did they spot out that Roche was coming in there? I think that they might have.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, let's talk about this matchup a little bit. You've got Viper versus Dragon Knight. Traditionally, a little bit of a rough one for Dragon Knight. Has that changed at all with Dragon Knight's passive getting better?
I mean, I'm sure it's better, but in other ways it's also worse, because since the olden days when this was more common, you also had more mana coming out on the bottle for the Dragon Knight, so... This is just Blitz saying, like, yo, you guys gave me the worst matchup. I had to play Dragon Knight versus a Death Prophet. I'm taking Viper, and you guys are going to carry this game. I will shut down Greedy.
We'll see if he's going to be able to do it. Meanwhile, in the offlane here, a very scary matchup indeed. Disruptor and the Shadow Shaman. Multiple types of disables. And then on top of that, at the end of the day, you're going to have an Anti-Mage coming in to hit away at fools. So this could be a little bit of a rough one, using Void to last hit as well. And Greedy is taking a lot of harassment here mid, but he has his bottle, so things get a little bit easier.
Yeah, so we're not quite seeing that same strategy come out this time from the Veggies, right? They're not running this like immediate cap down bottom, but it's so much harder, I feel like, from the Dire side coming down at some sort of aggression. Unless you have like this Enchantress or someone who actually actively uses the creep camps, I don't feel like you get the same value out of it.
It's true. Oh, we're also seeing, actually, though, they're thinking about rotating in mid here. Capitalist is hanging out, but hasn't done it as of yet.
Greedy's gonna know, though. Like, he's manipulating this so well.
Yeah. He's got the creeps exactly where he wants them. You're also seeing now the Beastmaster, who has rotated into this jungle. He's not going to end up... Like, he's going to be able to get level 6 so quickly.
Here comes that rotation with the smoke, but Tusk hasn't shown yet on the map, and looks like it'll still be enough, though.
Icarus dive. They end up able to find it. The Sunray comes through as well, and a quick and easy one. That's a pick-off they needed.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's just going to happen if you're going to rotate those heroes, so... I don't know, I guess they knew it was coming, but what can you do?
Yeah.
So now, a little bit of experience, a little bit of gold, more advantage for Blitz. I wouldn't mind seeing another smoke up to try and find out that Beastmaster, too, because they know he's there. I mean, they even have the ward ensuring that he's not over here doing camps or making that little, back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I guess that their thought here is, you're still getting a lot on Bambo in here in the offlane. He has his Invis rune. And so maybe if you just try and ensure this lane in the mid to going the way of Blitz, then you're feeling comfortable. But they're going to...
The Sentry ward is so scary, though. He almost ran into it.
Oh, God.
Bambo, please.
They're also rotating in a couple heroes, so we're going to have a little bit of a battle in just a second. Still Invis on Bambo for a couple more seconds. If they're able to find a pick onto Kataro, this would be really huge. They have only the Void, though. He reveals himself.
Yeah, there's no way they can go on Kataro. It has to be one of the supports.
See if they end up stepping a little bit.
They see them right now because of that ward that we talked about, though, of course. Because they're not smoking for this.
Yeah, they've got vision. They realize what's going on. They're playing it safe. And again, you look here that the Beastmaster is getting pretty uncontested farm. So is the Legion. Like, you look up here in the top lane, Merlini's basically been able to go uncontested throughout the whole course of this. And if he's able to get up a relatively quick mobility item, this could rapidly start to spiral out of control for InFamous. They just need to be really on point with keeping their vision on him. He's actually going to end up diving for this, I guess. Under tower, and now is going to end up dropping down that of courage, and I guess he's just going to push him out and keep the creep wave pressured.
Yeah, feeling safe because of that ward, and knowing just how valuable any rotation he gets out of the other support would be massive.
Bottom, looking for Matthew. Night Stalker chasing. Also, they're going to be able to go on Alchemist, Capitalist, excuse me, and they find that kill. Also throwing down the kinetic field. They don't have vision. Oh, no.
Blinking one, but it won't be enough.
And now they've also got that onto him. Turns back around, just right-clicks him. Is going to end up going down, unfortunately, but he got one for his trouble.
Well, you do see the effect of forcing that rotation from Excel up top, though. It allows them to at least get something down bottom. Not the trade they were looking for, though. They tried. And now Excel... Oh, yeah, he spotted out. Nice dive by Purge.
Although, I don't think that they can make anything happen here. They've brought in the Disruptor, who's actually only level 2. I don't know.
That's big.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good that they get that rotation, because now you need to start applying that pressure back down bottom. Like, you can't just let Kataro do his thing again. You can already see Bambo now. He can just get some right clicks. Might see rotation from Cap as well. Looks like he's a little bit busy trying to get onto Greedy, and they're still actively trying top, too.
Yeah, they're going to end up going in on this one. There's a lot of pressure all across the map. Haven't gone there, as they do have the ward that's still in the area spotting out this Phoenix. So no luck as far as that's concerned, but they're still able to play really aggressive. Looking towards the mid lane to see if they can make something happen onto Greedy. There's no wards here to spot this, but it's only a level 2 Tusk, and Blitz does not have a ton of mana.
Kataro and Bambo just both trading down so low down here. The early ring of regen will actually come out here from Kataro.
They're actually going to be able to glimpse back Purge for the moment. This should be a kill, and do they end up being able to get the duel? They are, so
Oh, nice.
a little bit of damage going the way of Merlini.
Alright, good stuff, good stuff. So this is what you need, right? I mean, his first rotations are going to be massive, you think, with the Blink Dagger, but already they're starting to get some dual damage, so that's going to be helping that out. Every single digit is going to count on that counter if they want to try and get Kataro this early game, right? Like, two nice early duels maybe, get a little bit of bonus damage, just try and bring him down when he's actually locked in a single place, because overall, like, their control, it has to be synced up pretty well from, like, duel, silence, and snowball.
Man, Viper is sitting very low right now. You got to be careful on this guy. He is going to go back for those infused raindrops, but does not have a ton of regen. So one rotation could rapidly become a really huge problem, and they might actually just be able to kill him off if they're not careful. God, he needs to back out, and it looks like he is going to head home and maybe going to see Capitalist take over this lane for a second.
One thing you can see is that Greedy's actually doing like shockingly well. The fact that he is 28 last hits, he's only 7 behind Blitz. That's just unreal to me right now. Like, he's been bottle crowing the whole time, yes, but it kind of seems like madness. How much gold? He's only 150 gold behind Blitz.
He's also only got 1 point in Dragon's Blood. He's maxed out Breathe Fire.
That's crazy.
I've really been impressed by Greedy this entire series. They are going to be able to jump forward onto him now, and there's going to be the snowball, also the dive forward. They're going to be able to get the Sunray. He's going to TP away, though, and no way to break it. Oh, Greedy escapes. Heads up play there.
Yeah, nice. Still just 2 tanking. That is one thing about this old school matchup, too, with the Breathe Fire I hadn't been considering, because back in the day, he didn't have the actual damage reduction. It was just, you know, a little bit of a nuke for last hitting, essentially, and then team fights, but...
Yeah. They've got the roar up also. Looks like they're going to head out from the middle lane, so... Instead, the rotation's going to go down to bottom.
Oh, Kataro's so low. This could be it. Like, the dive has to be so clutch right now from Purge.
They're going for it. They're going to see if they can find it. I think that they've got him. There's going to be the Void as well as the Silence, and that should finish him off. Meanwhile, the Merlini up in the top lane might be in a little bit of trouble. Can he get away? They're able to get the Hex off. Now he needs to run. Roar is available if they want to drop it, but it looks like Merlini is going to end up going down. No hope for it. He bought out. Maybe almost killed off Matthew there. But he escapes.
Yeah, he does have that Blink Dagger, though. I mean, that's the big key item.
Yeah.
8 minutes in. Good stuff, good stuff. He can start rotating around. They just want to fight now, though. Like, just apply all that pressure. We gotta go, guys. Where's Blitz in his itemization? He's just sitting on the head dress, so that mech is still a ways away.
Yeah. He went back for those infused raindrops. He hasn't died as of yet, but has been a part of those 3 kills. So... There's pieces here that are starting to get put together where if they get that mech up at a relatively decent time, I think that they're going to be okay.
Do you know what I saw the other day with the infused raindrops? Is when you get galed by Veno and it's like max, they just start ticking down, but you can drop your raindrops. Alright, guys. That's your next level. So you got some DOTs, you run away from the fight.
Bottom, though. They kill off Kataro, and this is going to end up being another little bit of damage going the way of Merlini. Again.
I mean, this is what they want, man. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, that hurts. I mean, it comes at a cost, no doubt about it. Shackles go through, and they find the kill.
But does Anti-Mage scale infinitely with damage? I mean, that's there we go. 20 damage now from Merlini.
Blitz, Roar, dropped on a Capitalist, though, and that's going to end up being enough for the kill on to Bang. He ends up dropping. There's the Snowball on the other side going on to Greedy. They've also got the Poison attack, but so much damage coming out from Greedy. They get the stun onto him, and I don't think that he can actually do enough here. Blitz is going to go down as well. Infused Raindrops not nearly enough to keep him alive. So again, the battle goes the other direction. Bambo is going to be able to get away from this one. They've already killed off the Disruptor on the other side. So the final tally is going to be a 3 for 3, I believe. Actually, a 4 for 3 if you include the Anti-Mage.
Alright, I mean... Yeah, oh wait, actually we did get a fight recap. Nice. It's only showing the last half, but still seems to be an advantage for the Veggies. Top net worth Bambo, by the way. Rocking that. How many last hits does he have? He's sitting at 30, but it's all about those kills.
Oh,
Another
one.
blink tool.
They're gonna
I don't
go.
think they're gonna get the damage though.
I mean, it still should be a kill, though, possibly. Oh, no, Static Storm! It's all gone wrong. Bambo might end up going down and gonna try and save his life from Merlini, but they're not going to be able to get out of there, and Merlini goes down.
Blitz.
A little bit too aggressive. Blitz is also in trouble. They have the Sunray to keep him alive, though. Going to chase after Greedy. Capitalist Snowball from afar. They find the kill, and going to look for shards on a little bit more. Oh, just barely outside of range. Really nice play, though, from InFamous to be able to make sure they're constantly covering that safe lane. They're rotating really, really well.
Yeah, big win for them. And the fact they also did, of course, rotate out Kataro. And now he's up top, trying to get towards that Battle Fury of himself. And very close at the top of the chart right now. Like, you got the DK, you got the Anti-Mage, they're jostling for first and second. But right behind him is just Bambo, Blitz, and Merlini.
This just to me feels like a better draft, which is part of the reason that we're seeing this go more in the way of veggies than it was last time around. Merlini looking to see if he can help out a little bit. They need to back off, though. The rest of the side of InFamous is showing up right now, and they need to get the heck out. Yeah, they're going to back for the moment at least. And the boars are there, so... well, maybe they can take it. This is so tenuous for me. I think you just go back and farm.
Well, I kind of like it because they have this vision down bottom, so they're waiting to see what happens. Like, is someone going to come down? They're going to try and deal with the Blitz, and if they do, like, can we cancel the TP? Like, can we try and go on them? Oh, what are they up to right now? This is a really nice ultimate, too, from Bambo. Going to extend this daytime right into nighttime. Got to get that value out of your ult.
Alright, and Blitz also now does have that mechanism, so those couple of fights where things were looking like it was going to get close to going the other direction, they might be able to turn it around here. Still going to be losing the tower. Mid lane, it looks like InFamous do not want to stick around for the moment, and they're going to pull out the Beastmaster as well as that Disruptor and look to take the fight up in the top lane instead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so they'll get bottom, and Cap's just like, yo, push mid, let's go. See if Blitz heads his way, but Mechanism, 900 gold, he can start hanging towards his treads. Actually, he's going to go, yeah, that'll probably be his treads, but...
Oh, and for now, they're going to end up taking that top tier 1 and maybe seeing if they can... yeah, if they're going to take this fight, they need to be back all together. They can't afford to take the fight as 3. And yeah, they are going to end up moving into
they're
the
hoping
area.
it's going to be just Kataro that he can find the Invis rune, but it is certainly not.
They've got eyes on all of them right now. This is a little bit too far now. Snowball is going to be able to pull him in. A lot of damage going the other direction. The Sunray is going to maybe be able to do enough. Bambo running away. He ends up getting his ulti off, but it's not going to be nearly enough damage. And this fight's actually looking pretty good for Veggies. If they can kill off the rest of them, there's going to be the duel onto Excel. Shadow Shaman is going to fall looking for Greedy, but I don't know if they find it as of yet. Sunray finding him for the moment, but no way to break that TP, and he is going to be able to escape. Looks like Matthew's going to be able to get out as well. That was really good for them, I think.
Yeah, that was a very scary start. I'm not sure like where the healing came from or where the lack of damage was there, but somehow they managed to whip that one out from the side of Edgies. It just looked like Cap and Bambo were dead, eh? They just got caught right in the kinetic field underneath that ultimate, and I thought that fight was over.
It was just them being able to get in with the mech and the Sunray. I think that really was the turning tide. Again,
yeah,
that spell's so good.
And Greeny does have his armlet now, so if they can hold someone down, they actually do have a little bit of damage. But again, Bambo just getting so aggressive. Right inside vision, they don't have anything here. Is he dropping anything? Or no, he's just doing Bambo.
He's doing him.
No wards.
Hand of Midas, why not? He actually does have the one ward right over... Oh, you mean he didn't have any on him. Got it.
Yeah.
He's not that about that.
No, he's about Midas's. I told you, man. During the draft, like, yeah, it's going to be Midas Bambo. But I mean, it fits their style, and he is the core Night Stalker, so you do need it.
Dragon Knight's been able to pick up his armlet. They did spot out that smoke, I believe. It was underneath a ward. They actually might not have. So this is going to come a little bit as a surprise, but it looks like Veggies are going to back and are not going to get caught, at least for now. Oh, Cap, he might be in trouble. Yeah, that smoke's going to break. They're going to be able to spot him. He's going to run right into danger, and they've got everything if they want to drop it. Trying to get out of there for the moment. Does have a snowball and might be able to survive this. There's a roar, and that might be his swan song as he goes down.
Cap's like so salty right now that that's level 3 Dragon Tail instead of maxing the Dragon Blood. Like so many other DKs we see, he probably would have lived just a little bit less stun, or it could have had a chance for some rotations to come in. But knowing that he was dead, they're just going to pressure the other lanes.
That is a really interesting build. I mean, what does that mean? You get an extra 50 damage and an extra 0.5 stun instead of an extra, what, 6 regen and 6 armor? I don't know about
some
that.
People, I don't know. He might start putting more points back into it now that he actually has the armlet picked up, just because it's more crucial and important there. There's not that much physical damage. Maybe that's what he's thinking of.
Ooh.
Radiant's top
Also,
tower is under attack.
oh, this is a little bit scary right now. They're all running in from opposite sides. They're going to blink away. They're going to be able to actually collapse in on him. Kataru Hayama is controlled for the moment. They drop down the silence onto 3, though, and is it going to be enough damage? It looks like that AM is going to be able to escape for the moment. They've got the shackles down. He does end up going down in the base, so the Anti-Mage is dead, and Greedy might end up dropping as well. They don't have anything to break his TP, so it looks like they are going to be able to escape for the moment, not going to be able to break that one down. Viper kills off the Beastmaster, but holy hell.
Matthew, though.
Hey, how's it going?
Creepy.
That was pretty good for them in spite of losing Merlini.
Yeah, they're coming on top, man. Just keep shutting down Kataru. They just saw what happened last game. He just got his Battle Fury up. He's starting to roam this map with his headdress. Gotta try and keep it at that for as long as you can.
I don't know if they realized either. Roche is down to 3,000 HP. Again, this is a change that happened with Shadow Shaman recently, is that his wards no longer do quite as much damage as they previously did to Roche, just based off of the splash components and everything else that got changed with them. So because of that, it took a little bit longer to kill off Roche. Otherwise, they would have been able to probably come away with that fight. So, unfortunate there. Does Night Stalker just go Ags at this point?
I'd say so. He's got the urn. Yeah, definitely the item versus the Beastmaster, because then you still have to get into your gem too, so it's not like you can really pick up those items along the way, but... Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice.
A lot of damage coming through. There's the Void, there's the right clicks, and that is going to be the 4th victory now for the Legion Commander, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is.
It looks that way. What's he at?
44?
At 44 damage, yeah.
I never
that's
play that
victory
hero.
number 4. Good hero.
Ooh.
Blitz is going to get stunned, I think. But can they actually get him?
Oh, Viper versus Dragon, the silence.
I don't know,
There's the
this is
heals.
risky.
He's actually going to be able to turn this one back around. Greedy might have been a little bit too greedy. They're also going to go into Matthew. They're going to glimpse him away, but that still should be the kill. He ends up being able to hit him from afar. Blitz dropping low, but not dead as of yet. He gets the mech off. The turn is going to be there. Excel goes down as well. 4 heroes on the side of InFamous drop, and the only one that died on the other side was going to be the Viper trying to stay alive. Oh, the snowball save as well coming out from Cap. Going to be able to pull him in. Bang is going to end up dropping as well. Another dual victory comes out, but Merlini drops in the end to these wards. They were battling inside of him for a really long time.
Yeah, man, those words were doing work. I had to check if the Shadow Shaman was like level 11 or something.
Middle tower is under
Man,
attack.
they took a ton of damage there, but great
Almost
fight. So close to
3,000.
getting out with both of them. Like, the Blitz almost lived, but he got Ether Shocked right at the end there, and Merlini as well. But another duel, man. Looking good for the vegetables.
Being said, you are starting to lose towers against this Anti-Mage, and you know what happens when this starts to turn back around. AM can definitely still carry this game really, really effectively, so gotta be careful. We'll see how it ends up going. I guess late game, though, how do you rate the Legion up against the AM? I feel like you don't really want to have to go Lincolns on Anti-Mage.
No, not exactly ideal, but you'll certainly do it if you have to. The peak, I guess, for veggies... I mean, they want it to be as early as possible, but realistically, it'll probably be like 27-ish minutes where you're going to have this eggs and gem up on Bamboo. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, but with actual like power to have gotten around the map, getting your vision up, and limiting it that way, like where everyone else is far enough that you can keep shutting down Kataru, because you look at that net worth chart and you eliminate Kataru from the top, and then it's like Dire, Radiant, Dire. They do look very good right now. So it's all up to Bamboo to spot them out and then lead Merlini into these duels.
Well, and they're starting to get a couple of these really key items. I was just looking at it. The Veil is up now on Purge, and you've got Blitz here who's been able to pick up a Dragon Lance. So he didn't actually go back. He did finish off his treads, but went back for the Dragon Lance. So there's a lot of magical damage that comes out from this side. They're going to be able to really effectively fight, I think, and they've got the sustain. Like, it's a really well-rounded draft right here. And if InFamous aren't careful and they start to get into these 5-on-5 engagements, I don't think that that's the way that they want to try and fight this.
Yeah, well, there's that Agnum Scepter, so in terms of like how you want to take fights, it's now on the side of vegetables, the veggie esports. Gonna have to be some nice little hawk work here from Bang. Let's keep an eye on what the Dire side are up to.
Radiant's middle tower
And then next is just a gem. I don't know if anyone else will pick it up, or he might have just bought it for himself, it seems here.
Radiant structure.
This is the problem again, though, is you've got the split push that's coming out. Shadow Shaman is up there in the top lane. Is not going to have wards. They throw out the shards. Is actually going to be able to catch, and Matthew's going to go down. Another duel victory going the way of Merlini. He's up to 72 damage now. Got to be careful. And are going to TP back to try and mess with the Shaman a little bit more.
And that's a little bit of a punishment there, right? Because your Shaman's out here just farming away up top. And no one there to try and help out during these duel situations. Unless you're going to get roared.
Yeah. Well, and they also now do spot out that it's just Blitz over to the side. They're going to try and wrap around for the moment. Might be able to find Kater Hayama. They spot him there on the other side. He blinks away as the Radiant Courier goes down. There's nothing on that one.
They surprisingly, like, they've got the aggressive vision from Veggies, but of course they're starting to spot out here with the Aghanim Scepter. They're saying, "Aha, we have found you," and no Manta Style yet, so we should be dead.
Silence, yeah, that's going to be the snowball through, and that's going to end up being an easy kill. On the other side, they're going to be able to find Excel, and he drops his wards, not going to be able to catch him, and this should be another one. All right, 2 quick kills. They're also going to be able to farm these wards, and Merlini is really starting to get into some damage now that he's got his Blade Mail up as well.
I mean, he's rocking 86. That's actually insane. Damn, son. He's like over the MKB limit at this point.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they end up going back for. Dragon Knight, again, does have 3,500 gold in the bank. For this, I mean, is there any way that he's like trying to rush a Radiance here, or what's the build? I feel like the best thing would... I don't even know what the best thing is in this situation.
That is a good question. Maybe he was thinking, like, do I need Blink? It's probably just his BKB, actually. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have one yet, and he must have just decided I can't get a Blink this game, so he didn't purchase any of the components yet, and now he'll just buy the full-out BKB.
Well, for now, Roshan is going to start to go down. You've got a net worth advantage of only about 1,000 into the favor of the Dire, with roughly 4,000 experience, and with a couple of these items that are coming up and online, again, you've got Ag's Gem on Night Stalker. The Vision game is going to be so difficult to deal with. Looks like Viper is also going for his own BKB. This starts to get pretty scary. For InFamous, do you need to try and find pickoffs, or do you need to just try and keep going for a split push game? What's the play here?
Oh, it's all the rat, man. It's all split push. Kataro just pushing waves on the side, trying to draw their attention, because how are they going to kill something like the Anti-Mage? It has to be the Blink duel, or the... Like, once the Manta Style's up, it has to be duel. I don't think you can kill him inside of anything else. Do you have the chase? It would be tough. It would be quite the scenario where there's no duel and you still kill the AM, right? It's going to be like snowballs and dives and sun rays and all kinds of stuff once that Manta Style's up.
Yeah, and again, you can see that as soon as they spot that the Legion's down there, he goes to work on the tier 3. They're going to have to back at some point. Like, they're going to try and TP in the Merlini for a moment, but again, as soon as he leaves, now they back out again. It's just this sort of give and take of the push that comes in. And they're going to bring in a couple more for this one. Looking for the jump. They are going to be able to catch on a Katariyama. They also have the roar down. A lot of damage going the way, but that's going to end up being the first Aegis down. Anti-Mage drops. Meanwhile, Greedy is pretty far forward. They get the Walrus Punch, breaking the TP. He's not going to be able to get out of here. They've lost 2 already, and now going to end up losing a 3rd. They found out the Beastmaster. All 3 cores are dead. Veggie Esports lose a tier 3, but they take all of the cores of InFamous.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an all-in there, it seemed, from InFamous. And they do hand over 14 dual damage, but I think they'll be okay with that as they bring down that AM once more. Big lead, lots of farm going over to both the supports, actually, from Capitalist and Purge. 600 and 800, respectively. That's going to be nice for, like, you've got the Blink Dagger up on Capitalist to help, again, with catching out that Alchemist, or the Anti-Mage. That's a big part of this, too. And Purge already with the Veil. He didn't go for the Midas this game. He actually picked it up right near the end of the last one. If he gets a little bit more, like one more good fight, you can go into something like Shiva's Guard, but he might have to go back for a little bit of an earlier item too, like a Yule Scepter or something to protect himself from the Disruptor ult.
Yeah, definitely. You also see now that Merlini's going to echo into a BKB. He already has a ton of damage coming in from all of these duels, and that's something that I feel like it's really difficult is if you don't end up getting the duel damage, it really hurts your potential later. They're going to pull back Blitz, can jump on in if they want to with the duel. There's already the snowball, going to be able to save him for the moment. Roar down onto Bambo, trying to keep him alive. Excel goes down. That's more damage going their direction. A ton coming out as well. They're going to end up losing Matthew. They might even end up losing Greedy as well. They're going to chase after him as well. The stun goes down. BKB is through, but I think that they've got enough to bring him down here. The wards are doing a lot, but not nearly enough. And again, 4 dead for InFamous. Veggie Esports might be able to make this happen, but the whole time, Kotaro Hayamo is cutting the creep wave, and they don't have any creeps here for this push.
Man, this Legion commander from Merlini is just doing so much work. Like, you think about the high impact of Disruptor in so many fights over the past weeks. Like, it's been such a hot top-tier hero, and he just can't do anything. He just gets dueled every single time. It's just always, and Merlini's just trying to target him, and you just look, if they don't have Disruptor ult, you think about all these other spells that are coming out here from your Tusk, and of course through the Sunray from Purge. I was actually worried that that was such a defensive Sunray. I wasn't sure if they'd still have the damage that we've been seeing so many times in these fights, but they're just so farmed at this point that it's looking very good for the side of Veggies, and you just gotta be, a little bit careful. It is Kotaro on the Anti-Mage, I'm just saying. This guy's pretty good, so until they breach high ground, I wouldn't, rest on my laurels quite yet.
That's true. It's something that we've seen time and again is the ability of an anti-mage to just carry the game. And if you let him get to that point, then it really does become an issue. I will say that this is one of the games where they've got a good amount of answers, even though he's got his Manta style. I mean, if you're able to find either a jump duel onto that hero or possibly the... Oh god, are they actually going to be able to find a kill here? Oh no, nothing doing. Thought I heard Merlini charging up on the Legion. That sound always scares me so much in pubs.
He's even like on your own team and you're still like jumping every time it happens. Like, no, please.
Exactly.
Not again. Oh, there's that BKB for him though. So these duels get even better. And they've been doing a great job of locking down that Shadow Shaman at the same time to make sure he can't interrupt the duels, but now it's just impossible.
Oh, and they've got vision right now. Sexy Bambo not showing himself in lane. That's already been the Manta style popped. He doesn't have it for another 20 seconds. If they're able to find him right now and they're looking for it, he's going to blink away in a second. Oh, God, they got to get here. There's the blink forward. Now they've got the... Nope, they're not going to be able to go into him.
Yeah, a little bit scary with no Mana style there, but everyone's just so far away to actually try and capitalize on it.
Ooh, but they are going to be able to see him over here, and they've got the Legion now, so he blinks over to the Ancients. They're hunting. They want this one. They're going to be able to find him if they want to go, but a little bit too scary as of now.
Yeah, they know they just took care of a ward from the Radiant, so Kotaro and Greedy well aware of their position.
Bottom lane being pushed in again by this Beastmaster, and everywhere you go, somebody wants a piece of your towers. He has his roar available if they want to try and fight this. Capitalist does not want to step too far afoot. It's going to get a little bit more of his mana burned, but still fine for the moment.
Yeah, so push is looking good. Shadow Shaman, Beastmaster, Anti-Mage, and the Hawk, as long as it's daytime. Oh, he got so scared right there when that shot's coming out.
That's a scary moment.
Kotaro has the Manta, but he's a little bit in no man's land.
He jumps right on top of Bambo. There's the Void. Oh, they could be looking for this. Silence. Manta styles it off, and he's going to get away. Yeah, Merlini was coming. He knew it was up. Does not want to get all of his mana taken down. Just some casual Orb of Venom on the ground as well.
Yeah, Merlini now actually probably going to have to move into the MKB, as we do see the old Talisman of Evasion picked up here for Kotaro, heading into his own Butterfly.
I mean, just look at the vision. You see Excel, he's moving out. This is really scary to do. They've got basically no vision all around this area. It's the Suicide Squad for the ward, and haven't dropped it as of yet.
Yeah, you take a look at this map right now, and Dire Side Vision, just Bambo roaming around. So much intel coming out from him. Someone like Bang, just no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah, this is really terrifying. Again, Kotaro is going to be able to spot him. They see that there are 5 up in this area now. And we'll see if Veggies try and respond to this. They're still pushing in the bottom lane. Blitz is here. He actually has an AC, so he went for that with the casual Ogre Club. Did not decide to finish off the BKB as of yet, so that actually, I mean, that really helps a lot in these team fights. He's super tanky.
Yeah, the fights have been going so well that he hasn't really needed the BKB. Like, taking damage has actually been pretty much an advantage, right? He's been tagging up a ton of the spells.
All right, well, wards now dropped. They are going to be able to do a lot over here, but they're going to be able to catch onto Greedy. A lot of damage going back his way, and they might just need to sacrifice him. Also breaking the TP of Excel, looking for a little bit more. Can they find the kill onto Greedy? He is going to end up being able to get away. My God, that was close.
That was
Again,
so close.
armlet toggling while in your TP mode. Pretty good. And they're going to have to try and finish these wards off, as they do get him before the melee barracks goes down. So only one for the range barracks. That was a pretty nice little trade there for InFamous.
Yeah, considering their current position, I would say so. And we talk about, you're up against Katara. He just immediately left. He is like, I do not want any part of this fight. I am not helping you guys. I'm going to the bottom lane. You're on your own. But they haven't even reached past like almost a 6K lead this game.
Yeah.
It's crazy that for 22 minutes or so, they never even breached 2.5K. Like, InFamous have been holding this one very close.
Somebody just picked up a Shadow Blade. That was Merlini again going for the Shadow Blade late game. So I guess that this is eventually to build into the Silver Edge to take off the Dragon Blood.
Yeah, Dragon's Blood and Spell Shield.
Yeah, Spell
That's
Shield.
decent.
That's pretty good. They also aren't going to have a gem, so being able to find that initiation on a Katara would be really great. Because you can just start off with the duel at that point, because that would be the break mechanic going on to it, right?
Yeah, it's like a secondary form of initiation, but I don't know, it's kind of worse than against a Beastmaster who, like, generally would buy one at some point.
Oh, going to Greedy. There's going to be the duel. We have Walrus Punch as well. I don't think that they find this kill with the winner, but they should still be able to finish him off. And there's the stun turnaround, but he goes down. Pops that 7-second BKB, and now they're going to end up trying to TP back to defend against this. Katarayama is here. They already jump out. Mantis Style is out, but Capitalist needs to escape. He is taking a ton of freaking damage. They blink forward, find the kill, trying to slow this push in any way that they possibly can. And it looks like they are going to be able to do it, at least for the moment, as Purge is going to keep them back. They are also bringing in Sexy Bambo. They spot that he's there. There's the roar drop. This could be the gem. If they're able to find this kill, it would be huge. They're trying to bring in the Legion, and she is going to be able to spot them out. Does have that blink. There's going to be another duel up in 8 seconds. Pops the BKB and is just going to be content with the kill. And it looks like Bang should be able to escape. Nicely played.
All right, well, first Rex goes down for InFamous. This is what we're talking about here. It's so scary. Like, you have to get something done as the Dire side. Your window is closing, right? Like, they started getting this vision across the map. They still can't quite lock down and keep Katara from farming. Not that you ever really can as an AA Mage, right? Unless you're going to kill him repeatedly over and over, but can't find that opportunity. And that pressure is going to be getting them. Like, the mental aspect of that, like, all right, we need to, like, push. We need to get aggressive.
I mean, they keep on killing off Greedy. This is pretty great.
And that's good.
118 dual damage is nothing to sneeze at. Like, Merlini is getting really stacked up. And while he doesn't have the highest farm in the world, like, just the fact that he's in the game means that it's so difficult for the AM to get what he wants. And they still have tier 2 towers up in bottom and mid. Like, they're not in a terrible position by any means. They're in a pretty commanding position, I think. Just need to get something done with it here.
Alright, this is where they want to end it, I think. Like, 30 seconds, no buyback Dragon Knight, get this Disruptor. This is how they can do it.
Well, they end up getting dissuaded from going too much further. The tier 3 goes down. In the base is going to be the Beastmaster. They drop the wards here in the mid lane. It looks like this could potentially be it, as Capitalist ends up getting controlled. There's the Hex. They pull it off of him. Also, the Mechanism is down back in the base. They're starting to lose their tier 4s, though. It looks like they want to do this. They're actually going to be able to cut the creep wave, and you can no longer push. They're going to end up TPing back, looking for Bang, but a little bit sketchy now. Capitalist is going to be able to make his TP away. On the other side, they found the catch onto Purge. He's taking a lot of damage. Blitz needs to just get out of there, and there's the Icarus dive away. So for the moment, it looks like they're okay, but Blitz actually gets caught, and now is also going to be Abyssal up. He's going to end up dropping. Sunray, no, they find the kill. He's down, and now so is Purge. InFamous take a team fight really effectively, and that is a huge advantage going back their direction.
Yeah, that was a really nice creep cut. Everything had to go, like, pretty much perfectly well there for the Veggies once they're up onto the high ground. Like, you just want to get this Rax, and ideally you'd loved, if they had killed that Disruptor, I mean, that would have been so big. But one Rax already down top. Caps is, like, just trying to push out. I don't know. I don't know. He's getting the Vlads. Silver Edge now done. Maybe that'll be enough, but do they have that gem? Looks like they left it.
Oh, God. And now Katarayama finds Merlini. They're going to be able to jump into him, and if they bring him down right here, this would be huge. But the roar, it's been dropped. Merlini in a lot of trouble, starting to go down. He has his BKB. This is going to be a disaster. Needs to run away quickly. Has his blink back up in a second, is able to escape.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Bambo is going to end up potentially dropping now. He has his gem, which means that they're going to lose it. Cracks are starting to form in the Veggies' defense. Oh, man.
God, they lost Merlini there. Whew. I can understand the sentiment of just buying the
Dire's bottom tower is under
Silver Edge,
attack.
though. Like, you're feeling that pressure, right? Like, oh, we gotta kill this AM, we gotta end the game. Like, he just bought Abyssal, there's no way he is buyback. We gotta kill him, we can do it. I'm gonna buy a Silver Edge, and I can't quite lock him down.
Yeah, that was so close to being able to find that kill. And again, now Anti-Mage with this Abyssal, he's also that much more tanky because he's got the built-in Vanguard. They end up being able to buy back on Bambo, which means that they're going to secure that Roshan is not taken by the Radiant. And they can probably take it themselves if they want to. But my god, this game is getting much closer than they wanted it to be. I mean, you think about it right there, they ended up being able to take a barracks, but if they wait a little bit longer possibly, or just try and... I don't know. It's just needing to be able to push out the creep waves, I guess, is really what it comes down to.
Well, I like the scan. They spot out that Cap's actually here. I don't know if he'll get punished for that, but...
I think that they were thinking that that means that maybe Roche isn't getting taken. There's no way. They would know. There's creeps in the base. It's in the tier 4s now.
Yeah.
They do run into this Anti-Mage illusion. And I think that with that, they should probably... back out InFamous now.
Ooh, tense game. Wow, like
It
one
really
death
is.
from either side. It's actually, he doesn't buy back a man, that guy. For
Oh,
holy,
they've got vision. They're going to be able to spot out Excel.
how does Kataro farm so fast?
Oh, he got the haste rune. He should be able to escape. Yeah, Kataro is huge. He
Somehow
just-
already back up to buyback. He was just like so poor.
I think they found Matthew. There's going to be the Blink duel. And again, Legion duel damage now up to 136.
Dire's bottom
But they did lose their tower also. Bang is there, and he's going to need to TP away. So they keep on pushing in each of these lanes, and the rat game is going their direction. They're doing what they need to do.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Can Kataro do it? Can he carry this team?
I mean, it all comes down to him, basically. His decision-making is either going to
Dire's middle
win them the game or lose them the game, potentially. I mean, it definitely feels like they still have the potential to win it. But if Veggies play this properly, it's going to be really hard for them, for InFamous.
I feel like I've seen way more games where Kataro carried his team than threw for them, so
Yeah.
I'm still kind of siding with him right now. Again, he just does not care about buyback, man. He's buying moon shards here. This man, he just has no fear at all. He's like, I got this.
Oh, my God.
Get on my back, team.
Let's see if he can do it. I mean, yeah, he hits really hard, and if he jumps onto, like, the last game, or last time, I think that it was a little bit not fully indicative of how the fight should go when Merlini got Abyssal. Like, if it comes down to who gets the better initiation, I think. And you need Night Stalker to be there with Legion, because if you're able to jump onto him and get your BKB off first, then you're going to be in a good spot. But he is going to be able to spot out several now, ends up popping his Manta Style, blinks away. And again, it's one of those situations where maybe they have Merlini there, they're able to jump and find the kill.
Yeah, that's a pretty scary spot to be using your Manta Style.
Yeah.
And maybe just knowing with this vision up here up top that he's feeling safe. They got to get around the map and D-Ward just because, although they're not roaming there as a unit, it's just the fact that how much information is being given to InFamous as to, alright, they're not here, or, okay, there's one hero here, you know?
I mean, well, the other thing is, like, Merlini, he had to buy out and get a TP. He now has bots, so that's good. For a second there, he didn't have a TP. And so now that they're going to be able to be a little bit more mobile, I think that this favors them slightly as well. Because you can have something like Capitalist pushing out this lane over here, and then they can come in to defend and fight if they have to. But looking for the Silver Edge. Oh. Hasn't been able to get Excel.
Oh, greedy feed.
Looking.
Oh, the blink!
Oh, that was close.
What? Was that like... I don't even know. That was crazy fast. I'm not sure if he came out of the... It came into vision. He must have.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. You see down bottom again that they're pressuring. Blitz is going to have to come back and defend against this. They do spot out that Katariyama's there. They're going to be able to get the duel. Merlini's taking a good amount of damage. Can they bring him down? Walrus Punch is there, and they find the kill. Winner going the other direction. Greedy is doing a lot, though. They bring down Bang. Also maybe going to be able to bring him down. The Supernova is going to end up wearing off, and Capitalists should be able to survive through this. I think Matthew jumps in. They're able to pull him in the kinetic field. Merlini's taking a lot of damage, and they drop the wards down. Are going to be able to find that one kill, and I think that they should be able to escape. Silver Edge away, a full team wipe. Huge plays coming out from Veggies.
Wow, that was massive. Just kind of trickling in one by one, and the fact that it's Capitalist and Purge that are dropping down low, right? I mean, that's not boding too well for your fight. Merlini, I suppose, as well, but he had Aegis, and now they'll have high ground. Somehow, he's farming these buybacks so fast, so at least Katara will have that.
I think this could potentially be it, though. Like, the buyback status for other heroes, I mean, they're not going to be able to get there in time. They're at least going to lose 2 lanes of barracks, and I can't believe that they were able to take that fight so effectively. I mean, they were ahead a good amount throughout the whole course of this game, but being able to catch that anti-mage, that's what it came down to in the end, and they found him.
Yeah, I don't know if Katara was just like holding out here. He's like, alright, my Beastmaster's up. I'm going for the surprise ult onto Merlini.
I think they need to back. Like,
Yeah,
and they need to back as a team. They can't afford to let this happen. Aegis actually did just expire. Blitz is going to be able to walk away. Roared up again. They've got the other moment of courage. They want to go for it. They're looking for this one, and they might be able to take it. They end up jumping forward, are going to be able to kill off Bang, and that's another dual victory going their direction. Kataro is going to end up coming back up again now, but I don't know if they want to take this fight. They thinking about jumping in. Bambo's going to go for it. They find another kill. They're going to be able to find this on Katariyama, but a huge Mana Void comes out. It kills off the Phoenix. Now Merlini dropping low. He doesn't have the Aegis. He's dead too. Oh, InFamous. They're going to take this one if they can. Can they find another kill? They're looking right now for Blitz, and he is going to need to try and sneak away for the moment. Oh, the jukes! No, he's going to end up going down still. All right, that is going to be the stun. Already a pretty nice little play for them. Blitz goes down. What is the buyback status on these heroes right now? You don't have one for Bambo for 6 seconds, but he should in a sec. They're going for the throne.
Like, that was such a disaster by InFamous. I mean, your animation has 6 seconds left, and you blink out and you roar, and you start like forcing this fight from the Dire. That is the last thing you want to do, right? He doesn't want to buy back, and the Dire know that. Like, they were scared, but once it's like 5 seconds, like, he's not going to buy back for 5 seconds, and they just get a couple free kills, Disruptor goes down. That was really close.
I mean, the problem, though, that you're looking at is that they're actually knocking on the Tier 3 towers. They've got creeps in the base. This game is not over. They're going to throw out an Icarus dive. They need to take this fight effectively, though. And Capitalist jumps in, controls Greedy for the moment. They're actually able to get off the dual victory. That was huge. All right, so now they're going to be able to take that one. And 190 bonus damage coming out from Legion Commander. I mean, the Tier 4s are still down, and the Ancient is exposed. I don't know. It's scary. There's ways back into this for InFamous.
I mean, you have to still make it down there as a unit, as 5, from the Dire side to fully end this game, so they're not out of it. That's for certain. It does seem to be favoring them at this point. I think I'm ready to swap on over and say I think Veggie should have this one in the bag. But we'll see. It all comes down to like one fight, one spell, right? Like one buyback is like what can totally change this. If they pick off Merlini right now, the game is just over.
They don't have buybacks on any of these cores. And Merlini is kind of far forward. They get the Hex. They're also going to be able to pull him in. They've got the Roar available, waiting until the last second. Merlini goes down. Okay, 93 seconds left. If they're able to get away from this one for the moment without losing anybody, this could be huge. Oh, God. Katara Hayama, he's actually going to... They're going to start pushing out this creep wave. They are going to be able to look for another.
Is he going to live?
Excel gets out.
Yo, he had the gem, too. Damn.
They've got a refresher up on Beastmaster. They've got an AC on the Anti-Mage. They need to keep this creep wave pushed out.
Wow. It's just buying more time. Okay. Kataro, you are just, like, killing me right now, dude. Where is your buyback, man? I was like, oh, he must have the buyback timer. And then I'm just like, no, he doesn't. Like, what is happening?
He wants to party.
And where's this butterfly?
He hasn't finished it yet. He went for the AC instead. He realizes it's about taking these barracks
the
now.
flanking?
He jumps in. He's just going to be able to kill off this ranged barracks. There's no Merlini for 30 seconds. They can potentially end this game. They're hitting the tier 3. They're going for the barracks. They don't have an answer. They're going to be going in on the H hit, the Walrus Punch, trying to keep them back for the moment. They need 24 seconds to be able to finish this one off. Roar, refresher, roar again. They're going to go on to Blitz. He's going to end up dropping down as well. They're going to try and bring him down. They've got the Supernova. He needs to be able to survive. He ends up dropping down already. What's the buyback stats for the rest of these heroes? Viper doesn't have it either. Sexy Bambo's going to go down. Greedy does manage to end up falling, and now the jump onto Purge. They've got Legion back up in 4 seconds, but it might be too late. Purge is going to end up getting jumped down. They've got the buyback coming out from Capitalist. So freaking scary right now, and they're going to try and kill off Katara. If they're able to finish him off right now, this would be huge, but they don't have enough damage. Where's the backup? They don't have it. The snowball forward, Merlini's starting to drop down as well. He ends up going down. They've lost him for another 90 seconds. Infamous are going to be able to do this. GG ends up getting called as Infamous come back in the end to take it. Oh my god. Oh.
You know, we talked about like the draft that we were looking at from Veggies, and they kind of went that way, and they got that early pressure, and so many things went so great for them. But the fact that they could never accumulate that lead that you need, you know? Like, I suppose when you duel and you actually kill off Katara, it starts looking that way because of how much of the overall bankroll he was from Infamous. But in the end, it's only a 7,500 lead when they're looking near the end of that game. And Infamous, man, the split push, good decision making, good overall map movements. That's some solid stuff, and same from Veggies too. They played and looked a lot better that game, especially the laning stage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is, again, keep in mind, Infamous, a team that played against DC just the other day and looked really solid against them, so definitely no pushover, and Veggies put it right towards the end, and then, again, maybe just a little bit of a miscommunication there ends up sealing their fate. What a game, though. I can't believe that ended up happening. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that was our best of 3, the first one of today. We've still got 2 more that are going to be taking place following this up. I'll let you guys know when the next game is going to be going. But again, Lyrical Dota as well as MotPax, your 2 casters. Follow us on Twitter if you feel so inclined. Any final words before we finish off this first best of 3?
I'm excited. I hope we get to see more Veggies in the future. It's fun to watch, you know, fellow casters and, you know, people who I've cast with at times. It's impressive how well they stand up to teams that are actively, you know, scrimming, playing serious games. So kudos to them. But I'm excited to get the rest of the night rolling here.
Absolutely. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back in just a little bit with our second best of 3 of the evening. That one is going to be FDL facing off against Elite Wolves. See you guys in a sec.